I greet this morning the Ring of Power meditation, the 27th of October 2025. We greet the rising sun, and I greet also the clouds. We had here at New Moon a rain prayer, a rain offering, and we are so grateful that the powers of the clouds and the rain is approaching our land. Thank you so much for the water. And yesterday we had the webinar of the Ring of Power, every last Sunday in the week, in the month, and we pulled the card, the turtle. And I have to admit, I was really so happy, so grateful to have this as a helping source in the coming months, in the November months, because it reminds us to focus on the Earth Keeper wisdom. In the Andes, the name of the earth is Pachamama. In Pachamama, this means time and space. So we are invited to inhabit time and space with consciousness and to find the speed which helps us, which brings us to awareness when we are moving too fast. And the last month was the healing of the swastika, the October. And it was a lot of work for us here in Tamera at least, but I think also for others, to really be ready to face the inner shadows which we don't want to see, and to find in the inner world the rebirthing of the light and preparing us for the winter season. And for us, it was a very beautiful love school, what we had now in the last 10 days. And we faced very much how much we often have the habit to choose pain in love. And we forgot that love is a substance where we can learn to be in. And that this love doesn't suddenly get lost. It is there. It's the same like we suddenly discover that we can swim in the water, so that we can be in love, that it's a state of being. And with this connectedness, fear of loss disappears, the pain disappears, the grief disappears or comes but is embraced, and the greediness will disappear. It brings us to a certain kind of awareness. And here we have now as a helping source in the November the turtle. Some people call United States the Turtle Island, and this is the connectedness to the consciousness of the earth, to really listen to the spiritual path which shows us and reveals a new kind of community. And I want to mention it here that we in the webinar also spoke about the possibility for the coming season, which will start in November with the 13 moons and the 12 nights, to prepare ourselves for the coming year 2026. And I decided to offer accompaniment through the whole year with a kind of webinar, where I invite also you to participate, maybe to invite 2, 3, 4 people in your area, and to find continuity in the developing of healthy habits which can teach us how to stay in love, how to stay in compassion, and how to find embedding in the community wisdom. So maybe you can look on my website or on the Tamera website. You will find the presentation of the 13 moons, 96 archetypes, and this continuity, it will start in December, and in the beginning of December I will decide whether I will offer it as a continuity for the whole year or not. So if there are not enough interest, please sign in. It's happening on the level of gift economy, and this doesn't mean for nothing. So I really invite you to give what you want to give, what it's worth for you, And I don't receive anything from this, but it's as a gifting for Tamara, because also in Tamara we need the appreciation of our qualities, that we can develop and deepen our real qualities and not to be too busy on too many levels. This is also for Tamara a strong call, in a way a survival call, to really relate to our tasks and what is our gift for the world. Yes, may the turtle accompany us in the November time, and I invite you to ask yourself, what is it where I have to slow down my speed? Maybe sometimes you go from A to B consciously slow, and having the interest in the consciousness between A and B. What is it? What brings me to this inhabiting this planet Earth in a conscious way, and to relate to all the beings around us, the visible and the invisible ones, and to learn about the spirituality of the conscious temple of love, the conscious temple of the earth. I think we are in the Andes, they call it Pachacuti, a deep time of change and transformation. And now we are invited to find the right speed, the right concentration, the right focus to really discover what is ours. The turtle brings us to remember our core quality, to remember why did my soul decide to be here in this challenging time, and what are the core gifts, what is my contribution to the community consciousness which wants to be awakened in a very new way. So we discovered the fascistic strategies which are also hidden in some habits inside of ourselves, to bring them to consciousness, and from there to discover a new kind of organization which will serve love, which will serve compassion, which will serve that every being has a right to be and has the right to discover the laws of life and the laws of protection. Have a blessed month, and maybe we see you in the coming online webinar through the whole year, which will accompany us with little group bodies. Warm greetings.